Lena arrives in the mountain town at dusk, greeted by the smell of wood smoke and a cold wind sweeping down from the peak's posters of missing hikers plaster the notice board outside the ranger station. Faces Lena forces herself not to study too long. At the inn. The innkeeper warns Lena not to cross the ridge. The valley keeps what it takes, she says. Lena studies Aaron's old map in her room, tracing the line he drew in pencil. Her finger hesitating at the spiral mark in the Centera. Knock on her door startles her. A ranger named Elias checking to see if she plans to hike. He offers a grim warning. Elias tells her he led one of the search teams for Aaron. There was nothing to find, he admits, haunted. That night, Lena dreams of her brother calling her name, his voice echoing from inside walls of in the morning. She packs her gear meticulously: food, rope, crampons, compass, journal, Aaron's map. Before leaving, she passes a local bar. Old men stare into their drinks, murmuring about storms that appear without warning. On the outskirts of town, children play a game, pretending to be lost hikers while others play the valley and swallow them. The trailhead greets her with a weathered sign: Glacier Valley, enter at your own risk. The air grows sharper as she climbs. The valley mouth yawns ahead, beautiful and ominous. She pauses, staring back at town one last time before stepping past the ridge. Instantly, the silence deepens. No birds, no wind. The crunch of her boots feels muted. A storm cloud creeps unnaturally fast across the sky, then vanishes as though swallowed. Her compass needle spins in circles, refusing to settle. Lena checks her watch. It has frozen at 2:13. A raven circles overhead, cawing once before diving into the valley and disappearing from sight. Lena records notes in her journal, but the ink smears strangely, fading as though the page resists the words. As the valley narrows, she feels the sense of being watched for the first time. Lena camps the first night, the silence so thick she can hear her own heartbeat. In the middle of the night, she wakes to hear snow crunching around her tent. She whispers Aaron's name. Silence answers. Morning brings no tracks near her tent, only smooth, untouched snow. As she hikes deeper, the terrain changes subtly. Familiar landmarks repeat, as if the valley loops on itself. She sees faint footprints ahead, larger than hers, fresh in the frost. The prints lead to a ravine, then end abruptly at the edge of no fall, no slide, no blood. Just nothing. She turns back, only to see her own footprints fading, erased by invisible hands. Panic threatens to seize her, but she presses forward, gripping Aaron's map. The map feels colder than the rest of her gear, as if frost clings to the paper itself. Lena hears the first whispers, distant, broken, like voices beneath a frozen lake. She calls out, and the echoes return distorted, as though mocking her point. One echo sounds exactly like Aaron's voice. She nearly breaks into a run following it, but it always remains just out of reach. At dusk, shadows stretch impossibly long, reaching toward her like fingers. She sees movement in her periphery, figures in the ice that vanish when she turns. A tree stands alone, its branches rimmed with frost. From one limb hangs a parka, Aaron's. She touches it. It is ice cold but intact. No footprints lead to it. Her breath fogs, but the fog lingers unnaturally, forming shapes. Faces point. One face is Aaron's, silent, mouth moving without sound. The fog disperses suddenly, leaving her gasping in the dark. She lights a lantern, but its flame flickers violently despite the still air. She hears boots crunching behind her. She spins. No one. Yet the sound continues, circling her, always staying just beyond sight. Lena stumbles upon a half-buried camp. A torn tent, a broken stove, a backpack marked Aaron. She collapses to her knees, clutching it, tears freezing on her cheeks. A low moan echoes across the valley. Not wind, not animal. Something else. The map shifts in her hand, the trail redrawn to spiral inward toward a black depth. She follows it despite the dread tightening in her chest. Time slips. She can't tell if hours or days have passed. Night falls without a sunset. The darkness rises from the ice itself. Lena lights her lantern, but it dims as though the valley swallows the flame. The whispers grow louder, no longer random but chanting in unison. Faces form again in the frost, dozens this time, eyes hollow, mouths open in silent screams. She sees Aaron among them, reaching out. She begs him to speak. His lips form her name, but no sound comes. The ground shifts. Trails collapse into nothing. The valley rearranges itself like a maze. She runs, but every path leads her back to the same spot, the lonely tree with Aaron's parka. Her journal slips from her pack. When she retrieves it, all her words have vanished, the pages blank. Her lantern dies, plunging her into total dark, yet her brother's voice cuts through the black. Lena, she stumbles forward, guided by the sound. A pale figure emerges, her brother, or what remains of him. His skin is glassy, eyes like frozen lakes. He extends his hand. For a moment, she believes he's real. She reaches for him. Her hand passes through, ice, mist, nothing. The illusion collapses into shards of frost that sting her skin. The chanting grows deafening. She realizes the voices are the missing hikers trapped in the ice. The ground splits, revealing a crevasse filled not with water, but faces pressed against translucent walls. Their eyes follow her. Their mouths open and close like fish beneath the surface. Aaron is among them. This time, he speaks clearly. Stay with me. Lena falls to her knees, torn between escape and surrender. She tries to climb, but the walls shift, closing around her. The map burns cold in her hand, the spiral mark glowing faintly. She realizes it is not a path out, but a path in. A lure. The valley never let Aaron draw it. The valley drew through him. She screams, tearing the map in two. But the pieces vanish before they hit the ground. The whispers swell into a roar. Snow rises like a tide, swallowing her legs, her waist, her chest. She fights, but the more she struggles, the deeper she sinks. Aaron's face is the last she sees, his eyes filled with sorrow as the snow seals over her. The valley grows silent again. Another hiker claimed,